Hello YouTube fans, welcome to Retire in Lake Chapala, where we provide you with all the information you need to make informed decisions about moving to Lake Chapala. Today we're lucky enough to have Larry with us. Larry, tell us a bit about yourself. Thanks for joining the show, by the way.
Oh, sure. Well, my wife and I are from Houston. We've been here, moved here in October, full time. We've been visiting for about 4 years, which was when we first met you and Michaela. And we just have been planning our move, and last summer we decided it was about time to make the move, so we put it all in motion, and here we are.
Well, welcome.
Thanks.
And how are you enjoying your new place?
It's great. Love it. You know, I'm not one of the retirees yet. I'm still working remotely, so part-time. So we haven't had as much of a chance to explore and find some things that we would like, but there'll be plenty of time for that.
Sure.
But it's great, and really glad to be here. Would have liked to have been here a little sooner, but we're here now.
Well, better late than never, eh?
Yep.
Why did you choose Ahihi, or what brought you to Ahihi?
We started thinking about retiring overseas about 4 years ago, and started doing some research. I think, like a lot of people, we saw International Living magazine and started with that. And at the time we were looking, 9 out of the 10 what they deemed to be the best places to retire were in Mexico. One of them, I think, was Panama City, and then the rest were various cities in Mexico. And we considered, Panama City briefly, Panama in general, Costa Rica, Ecuador. But then we thought it made more sense to find a place as close to Houston as possible, because we're going to be going back and forth for family and friends. So let's start close and then move out as necessary till we find something we like. And we started here, and this was it.
And the rest is history.
That's right. The rest is history.
But it is one of the major pluses to Ahihi, because we're only half an hour from the airport, and it is easy to commute. Lots of direct flights with Mexican airlines like Volaris, heading to places like Houston and many U.S. destinations, so it makes it pretty easy.
2-hour flight to Houston.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You bought a place here in Chapala Haciendas. How do you like the area?
We really like it. We were here. We've visited enough to get a feel for all the areas. Ahi Centro, or Riberas, or San Antonio, or Jocotepec, or San Juan, Cosala, but all of which have their pros and cons. For us, the only con about living in Chapala Haciendas is that we can't walk to stores and restaurants, and it's not walkable as it would be if we were in Ajijic or Riberas or somewhere. But it's a 10-minute drive to Walmart. I think people on the west end of Ajijic and the heavy traffic times are going to take longer than that to get to Walmart. So it's not like it's a long trip in. We also can go to Chapala, which is even closer. So we have both of those areas to enjoy. It's quiet out here. We don't have fireworks and cohetes bothering the dogs. We have 5 dogs, as you know, and we don't have that issue that a lot of people struggle with when they come and their pets just can't take the noise. It's quiet. It's like being in the country, but 10 minutes away from the city. There's horses wandering around, horses and cows sometimes even grazing in the empty lots, and we'll hear a donkey over here, and there's a pig that used to run around, knock trash cans over. So we really like it out here. We have it's a great place for our dogs. We've got probably, when you add it up, several miles of streets throughout our frac that we can walk, take a walk with the dogs or just us, and we just really like it out here. It's a great fit for us.
Yeah, you mentioned you brought down 5 dogs. What was that experience like?
Right. It was a lot easier than we thought. We have a Volkswagen SUV, a Tiguan, so not real big, but big enough.
Getting across the border, all that paperwork thing?
Yeah, that was no problem. We took the dogs and got records of their immunizations and rabies and all that, but no one asked us for them when we crossed. We loaded them up, went from Houston to Laredo, spent the night, crossed the border, went halfway to Matahuala, to the Las Palmas hotel, like many people stay, and then the third day we came on here, and it was pretty painless. No trouble getting across the border, getting the temporary import permit for the car. It was smooth. The roads were great. Really surprising. I'd say maybe 50 to 60 miles of the trip. It was 1,014 miles from our house, and maybe only 50 or 60 miles of it were bad road, and the rest was really good road or toll road, and really smooth trip.
That's important information for people. I'm going to digress a little bit because I know that I think one of your dogs was bitten by a scorpion, and you were bitten by a scorpion already, were
Correct.
you not?
Yeah.
So
just
what,
me,
what
not
was,
a dog. Just
not
me.
the dog, just you. So
Yeah.
what was that experience like?
Painful.
Painful. You were able to get a medical attention right away,
Right.
and was it expensive to get medical attention?
No,
How did that all
it
work
was,
out?
I think 60 pesos, which is about $3 to go see the doctor. Another, I forget, it's been several months, but all in all, I don't think it was $30 US to see the doctor, get a couple of injections and some medication that took care of the deal. So,
Since then, you've done some perimeter spraying, or have you
Right,
done something
we-
to curtail these guys?
yeah, I think for the most part, we did spray one time, but I think for the most part, the activity, I heard that the vibration of walking makes them tend to hide. So with us walking around and the dogs and all that, it really hasn't been a problem. I've seen probably 5 or 6 in total since then, 4 or 5 since I got stoned, but not an issue, not as big of a deal as it looked like it was going to be.
Yeah, well, it's always a concern for people. I get the question many times, about scorpions and spiders and those kind of things. I mean, they're here. It's as simple as that, especially out in a country setting like you've got here. So, has it really been easy to meet people? What's it been like meeting people?
It's been easy for us. You and Michaela, we met people through you guys, of course. We met a woman here shortly after we moved in. I advertised moving boxes, for anybody that wanted them rather than throw them away. And she came and we hit it off, started talking for about an hour, standing in the street, and have become pretty good friends with her. And she's been here 4 years and introduced us to quite a few people. So, yeah, it's been easy. I think if not for that, though, it'd be kind of hard because of the way things are shut down for COVID.
Yeah.
But for us, it's been okay. We met several people.
So you mentioned moving boxes. So you brought some stuff down. What was the approximate cost of that? How much stuff did you bring down roughly, like a truckload? Or
Yeah,
half
it was a
truckload?
26 or 28 foot truck, and our house was 2-bedroom, 1-bath, small. Actually, it was bigger than that because we had a couple outbuildings. But basically, we filled up a 28-foot truck, brought pretty much everything that mattered to us, and it was about $10,000 to get it all here.
Okay.
I've heard the argument both ways that, sell everything you have and just bring what'll fit in a suitcase. Suitcases in your car, and other people say bring everything you've got. And for us, it was the right thing because rather than have to go find furniture and all that. Plus, I think it makes the transition a little easier when you've got your own stuff. You're making a big move to another country and a place where you may not know anyone or hardly anyone. So for us, it was the right move, and everything fit in here. We brought very few things that didn't fit, and we gave those away. So, but just to each his own, I think, on the moving part.
Absolutely, it's so true. It's so true. What are some of the things that bother you about living down here in Mexico or in Lake Chapala in particular?
There aren't many. It's frustrating not to have U.S.-style grocery stores with zillions of choices and everything you possibly want, and one-stop shopping, not only for groceries, but, sundries and things that you can find in grocery stores there. I'm a do-it-yourselfer, and it's frustrating not to have a Home Depot 15 minutes away where I can get everything I need. But those things are in Guadalajara, so it's not that far away. Plus, you'll get used to the little hardware stores here, the ferreterias, where you can get all of those things. But at this point, I don't know, because some of those have some things, and some of them have other things, and you can't always go to one and get everything. So
Yeah.
still learning where to find what I want.
It's true. It's actually a complaint of Michaela's as well, that she can't find certain grocery items. She needs to go to several different places to find them. I myself have the similar issues trying to find a certain bolt or an eye bolt. I looked for one today. And you need to know where to go. I've tried a few other places. I finally do know where to go, sort of. I'm getting better at it.
Right.
But it is a learning process, no question about it,
Yeah.
as to who has what in the village.
Yeah,
So.
6 or 7 years later, you're
That's right.
You're finding
That's
that,
exactly right. Yeah.
So, but other than that, it's I like it here.
Yeah.
Anything
Anything that stands out that you super love, or a few things you super love about the place?
The weather, the natural beauty with the lake and the mountains. Personally, I like not everybody speaks English. I like having to, it's a challenge, and it's kind of a pro and a con that so many people here speak English, because it's easy to slip into that and you don't try.
Yeah.
You don't make the effort. Whereas if you were someplace where they didn't speak any English at all, then you'd have a whole other problem of communicating, getting things done.
Sure.
But all in all, the weather, the people, the beauty of the place, it's the right place for me.
Excellent. You mentioned the word challenge, and my ear picked up on that. What are some of or have there been any big challenges you faced during this whole process of moving?
Not really. Some of the aggravation, and something I know is on the list here later about advice for people who are.
That's my final
considering
question. Do you have any
moving here.
advice for people? Yes, we're going to get to that
Nice
after.
segue. Frustration. Internet. If you are planning on working remotely, you need the internet for your job. Make sure you have the right realtors to tell you where the internet will be good and where it will not be good. Make sure you can and most people here, if possible, have a backup, have 2 different providers, because when one's down, the other one's up. So,
Yeah.
But make sure that wherever you're moving, if you depend on the internet, be sure you get somebody that knows where the internet is good. But as far as big challenges, not really. I mean, it's always something. It's always a little bit of aggravation or something you have to which would be on autopilot before, is something you got to think about and work on.
Uh-huh.
So, but all in all, I'm super happy to be here.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. Now, Larry, thanks for joining us today. I'm going to wrap it up. And
Sure.
Viewers, if you have any questions, give us a shout. We're easy to contact. We're always here for your questions. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.